Today I'm going to be making Taylor Swift's All Too Well scarf. So I saw this post on Reddit a couple weeks ago and I decided that this would be kind of a fun project because number one, I'm obsessed with Taylor Swift, and number two, this is really pretty and I think it'd be a really nice Christmas gift, which is why I'm making it. The stitch is an alpine stitch. I've never tried it before, but it's supposedly beginner-ish. It looks really pretty. The pattern that I'm using is from Desert Blossom Crafts and it's called an alpine stitch men's scarf, but so we don't really care if it's for men or not. I just think it would look cool, so let's get into it. So for my materials, I'm using 2 balls of this Patson's classic wool worsted yarn in the color Claret, or is it Bordeaux? Which one's the English one? Honestly, I don't know, but I just think the color is very similar and it's 100% wool, so it's like vintage vibes kind of. And for my hook, I'm using a 5.5mm hook, and I'm also going to be using a yarn needle to weave the ends.
Okay, so let's get crocheting. The scarf is a little bit more quirky because it starts off with a foundation row instead of a single chain, but basically you're just gonna chain 2, and then for the second one you're gonna go through your first chain, pull up a loop, pull through 1 loop, and pull through the other 2 loops. I know that literally makes no sense, so please look at the other tutorials I linked in my description box because I, quite frankly, do not know how to do this. Mine still doesn't look right, so I'm pretty sure I'm not doing this right. But basically you just want to repeat that step until you have your desired width, and mine was 23 chains. I just finished about 2 rows of the alpine stitch, so now I'm just going to keep going until I reach my desired length. I'm not sure what that is, so I'm just going to go until I have no more yarn. But yeah, just ignore how janky my foundation row is. Just realized that I actually did the past 2 rows wrong, so I'm restarting. Love that. Just wanted to say that I linked a few alpine stitch tutorials in the description box below, so if you want to check that out, feel free to do so. And from then on, I basically just crocheted and crocheted and crocheted until I got my final length. I ended up using up all my yarn, and I honestly think I could have added a little bit more just because it was on the shorter side. My scarf, it looked a little something like this. I know my edges are super wonky, so just ignore that, please.
I'm proud to announce that I just finished crocheting the scarf. Let's go! I absolutely adore this alpine stitch. I think it's so pretty and it's very satisfying to touch. And yeah, I definitely fragged this project at least like more than once because I just could not count stitches for the life of me. But I figured it out and it looks mostly straight now. So I'm just gonna weave in these ends and then I'm gonna show you the finished product. Okay, so here's the scarf. Very cool. The bottoms are definitely a little bit wonky, I think, because like the stitch just made it kind of curl up, and it might be the yarn itself too, but it looks super pretty.
And that is the end of today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Or next Sunday. Whichever one you want. Okay, anyways, bye.